Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that will change the way you live your life, the 4 stages of your life. Understanding these stages is the key to truly maximizing every moment, to living fully, and to achieving the kind of success and fulfillment you've always dreamed of. Stage 1, the learning stage. This is the stage where you are soaking up the world like a sponge. Everything you experience, every lesson, every mistake, and every success is shaping the foundation of who you will become. Here's the secret: be intentional about what you learn. Choose mentors wisely, choose your environment carefully, and feed your mind with knowledge that empowers you. Don't waste these formative years on distractions that don't serve your long-term vision. Stage 28, the building stage. Now is the time to take action. This is where dreams either become reality or remain just dreams. You have enough ideas and you have potential. Now it's time to build. Focus on creating assets, not just money, but relationships, skills, and habits that will compound over time. Remember, small daily actions in this stage lead to massive results later. The key is discipline and persistence. Stage 3, the mastery stage. This is the stage where experience meets wisdom. You've built your life, your career, your family, and your legacy is starting to take shape. But the most important work here is mastery over yourself. Master your emotions, master your health, master your time. Now you have the opportunity to give back, to mentor, to lead, and to inspire the next generation. This is where your impact multiplies exponentially. Stage 4, the legacy stage. Finally, we reach the stage of reflection, contribution, and legacy. This is about more than success. It's about significance. What will people remember you for? How did you change lives? Maximize this stage by sharing your wisdom, by creating a lasting impact, and by living in gratitude for every moment you have. This stage isn't about slowing down, it's about giving your life meaning beyond yourself. Conclusion: life is short. Every stage is a gift, and each stage has its purpose. If you understand these 4 stages and live intentionally within each, you will maximize every moment, every relationship, every opportunity. Don't wait for the perfect moment, create it. Don't wait to be happy, decide to be happy now. And above all, don't wait to make an impact. The world needs your greatness today. Life is a journey, and most people drift through it without truly understanding where they are or where they're going. The first step to maximizing your potential is awareness. Awareness of yourself, your patterns, and the stages of life you're navigating. Every person's life can be seen as a series of stages, each with its own opportunities, challenges, and lessons. Recognizing these stages allows you to approach life intentionally rather than reactively. When you understand the structure of life, you no longer feel trapped by circumstances or overwhelmed by change. You begin to see that every decision you make now has a ripple effect on the next stage of your life. Without awareness, you risk wasting time and energy on things that don't matter, chasing validation instead of purpose, and allowing habits and influences to shape you unconsciously. Awareness is the foundation of mastery, because mastery is not just about skill or knowledge, it's about alignment. Alignment between your actions, your values, and the stage of life you are in. When you clearly understand the 4 stages: learning, building, mastery, and legacy, you gain perspective on what is most important at any given moment. You can prioritize the right relationships, the right experiences, and the right investments. Awareness also gives you the ability to anticipate challenges and prepare for transitions. It allows you to see patterns in your life, to understand why certain choices lead to predictable outcomes, and to make conscious decisions that move you toward growth and fulfillment. Most people live without this clarity and wonder why they feel stuck or unfulfilled. But by simply identifying the stage they are in and what that stage demands, they can start taking control and shaping a life of purpose and impact. The learning stage is the stage of life where everything is new, exciting, and full of possibilities. This is the time to be curious, to explore, and to absorb as much knowledge as possible. The experiences you have, the people you meet, and the lessons you encounter during this period lay the foundation for everything that comes later. It is not just about formal education, but about learning from life itself, observing patterns, experimenting, making mistakes, and understanding consequences. The quality of what you learn now determines the strength of the life you will build later. Habits formed, skills developed, and mindsets adopted during this stage tend to compound over time, shaping not only your career and finances, but also your relationships and sense of purpose. One of the most critical aspects of this stage is choosing your influences carefully. The people you surround yourself with, the books you read, the mentors you follow, and the environments you spend your time in will mold your thinking and behavior. This is also a stage of self-discovery, where you start to understand your strengths, weaknesses, passions, and fears. The mistakes you make are not failures, they are data, guidance, and lessons. If you approach them with reflection and learning, the sooner you take responsibility for your growth and commit to continuous learning, the faster you accelerate your progress. This stage is a time to experiment boldly because you have the energy and resilience to recover from missteps. It is the stage to ask questions, seek experiences, and expand your worldview beyond the familiar. What you absorb here becomes the foundation for the building stage, where action transforms knowledge into tangible results, and where every lesson from this stage can be leveraged to create momentum, confidence, and mastery in the years to come. The building stage is the time in your life when all the lessons, knowledge, and experiences from the learning stage are put into action. This is the period where vision meets effort, where ideas are transformed into reality and where your potential begins to take tangible form. It is a stage that demands focus, discipline, and persistence because success does not come from intention alone. It comes from consistent, deliberate action. During this stage, you are responsible for creating the life you want by developing skills, building assets, and seizing opportunities. Every decision you make, every risk you take, and every action you commit to compounds over time, shaping the trajectory of your future. It is also a stage of resilience where setbacks and challenges are inevitable, but each obstacle becomes a lesson and an opportunity to grow stronger. The building stage requires strategic thinking as well as the willingness to work harder and smarter than ever before. Relationships, habits, and networks formed during this period can become your most powerful leverage points. Mentors, collaborators, and peers who challenge and inspire you accelerate your progress and provide guidance that is often priceless. Another critical aspect of this stage is clarity of purpose. Without a clear vision of what you are building, effort can be wasted on distractions and short-term gratification. Focused action aligned with long-term goals multiplies results and creates momentum. This is also a stage of experimentation, trying new approaches, testing strategies, and learning what works and what doesn't. The building stage is where your foundation from the learning stage is activated and tested, where your persistence is rewarded, and where you begin to see the first signs of tangible success, confidence, and mastery that will prepare you for the next stage, where experience and wisdom converge to amplify your impact on yourself and others. The mastery stage is the period in life where experience, knowledge, and action converge to create real influence and fulfillment. By now, you have learned, experimented, and built a foundation for success, and this stage is about refining what you have created and elevating your life to a higher level. Mastery is not just about skill or achievement, it is about control over your habits, your emotions, and the energy you bring to every situation. This stage requires self-awareness because the way you respond to challenges and opportunities will determine the quality of your results and relationships. It is a stage of reflection and deliberate adjustment where you assess what works, discard what doesn't, and continually optimize your approach. Emotional mastery becomes crucial here because the impact you have on others is amplified by your ability to lead with clarity, confidence, and empathy. Habits formed earlier now compound into consistent behaviors that define the trajectory of your life and legacy. In this stage, your influence grows as you guide, mentor, and inspire others, multiplying the effect of your own experience through the lives of those you touch. Strategic thinking and long-term vision are vital, as decisions made during this stage have lasting consequences for yourself, your family, and your community. Mastery also means embracing a higher level of responsibility for your life and results. It's the stage where you stop reacting to circumstances and start creating them intentionally. The focus shifts from personal gain to broader impact, using your resources, skills, and insight to contribute meaningfully. The mastery stage challenges you to maintain balance, to continuously improve, and to leverage everything you have learned to achieve not just success, but significance. It is the time to sharpen your mindset, refine your strategies, and harness your full potential so that the influence you exert and the life you lead sets a standard for what is possible and prepares the foundation for the next stage, where your life becomes about legacy, contribution, and enduring impact. The legacy stage is the period of life where the focus shifts from personal achievement to the impact you leave behind. This stage is about contribution, meaning, and the enduring influence of your actions on others in the world. By this point, you have accumulated experience, knowledge, and resources, and now the question becomes, how will you use everything you've built to make a difference? Legacy is not defined by wealth or status. It is measured by the lives you touch, the values you instill, and the systems or structures you create that outlast your own presence. It is the stage where your actions can inspire generations, shaping culture, family, or community in ways that have a lasting effect. Focus during this stage shifts to mentoring, teaching, and guiding others to achieve their potential, because multiplying your impact through other people becomes more powerful than any individual accomplishment. It is also a time of reflection, understanding the lessons of your own journey, and intentionally passing on wisdom so that mistakes can be avoided and successes can be replicated by those who follow. Emotional intelligence, patience, and generosity become central, as the depth of your influence is determined by the quality of your relationships and the care with which you engage others. At this stage, recognition becomes less important than fulfillment, as true satisfaction comes from seeing others thrive as a result of your guidance and example. Strategic contribution is also key, choosing where to invest your time, energy, and resources to leave the most meaningful and enduring mark. The legacy stage allows you to align your final years with purpose and significance, using everything you've learned and built to create something far greater than yourself. It is a stage that transforms success into meaning, influence into inspiration, and achievements into a life story that continues to affect and elevate others long after your personal journey has reached its natural conclusion. Maximizing every moment is not about doing more. It is about being fully present and intentional with the life you are living right now. Many people drift through their days on autopilot, waiting for the right time or the perfect opportunity, but the truth is that the power of life is in the present moment. Living intentionally means understanding that every thought, action, and choice contributes to the overall quality of your life. Purpose gives direction to this intention, because without a clear why, effort becomes scattered and opportunities are wasted. Passion fuels the pursuit of your goals, giving energy, enthusiasm, and resilience in the face of challenges and setbacks. Gratitude amplifies everything. It shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, from complaint to appreciation, and from fear to possibility. To maximize every moment, you must consciously choose how you spend your time, who you spend it with, and what thoughts and emotions you nurture. This requires self-awareness and discipline, because the world is full of distractions that can pull you away from what truly matters. It also requires reflection, understanding what is meaningful to you, and aligning your daily actions with that meaning. When you combine purpose, passion, and gratitude, you create momentum that elevates every aspect of your life, from relationships and health to career and personal growth. Maximizing moments also means embracing the present fully, rather than living in regret over the past or anxiety about the future. Each day becomes an opportunity to create memories, to grow, and to contribute in ways that matter. Every experience is a building block for the life you want, and the smallest intentional actions compound into extraordinary results over time. By focusing on presence, clarity, and energy, you cultivate a life where every moment counts, where fulfillment is not postponed, and where your journey is as meaningful as your destination, creating a rhythm of living that is both powerful and transformative.